We might finally have an answer to why we observe certain things traveling in the universe that happen to go back in time. As far as we know, there's no real way for anything to go back in time because time only moves in one direction. Obviously, except for the theoretical wormhole, of course, which to this day only still remains in science fiction. So how is it as though that black holes can create something that can go back in time? We've observed gamma ray jets that seemingly pulse over and over again as if they are in two different places at one single time. Meaning that somehow these jets that fire away from these black holes that are eating a lot of matter because they're extremely active are somehow traveling faster than light. But we may finally have an explanation to why. So these are what's known as gamma ray pulses, and they shouldn't happen more than once because usually gamma ray bursts only happen one time. So the fact that they happen over and over again means that somehow something in our calculations are wrong. But in reality, what's going on here has been pretty much solved because of the phase travel of light itself. For example, if a particle of light travels through water, its speed is actually a tiny bit less than what it would be if it was traveling in between intergalactic space, such as what's in between the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy. But this doesn't mean that there's not anything that can travel at the relativistic speeds of light at the same time through the same material. So technically, it's possible for a particle to pass up the speed of light in water. This has been observed with electrons passing through water, and this is what also causes the electrons to travel subluminally, meaning faster than light. And we could actually observe theoretically that a particle in this instance could be at two places at one time. So what we've postulated in this theory is that black holes have created quasars that travel through huge packets of material which usually would stop light from traveling at its maximum speed, but yet within the jets of the burst itself, that there are particles of light that actually continue unscathed and along their normal path, meaning that they actually travel faster than what all the light around them is traveling in. So to our frame of reference, we see that these particles are actually occurring in two places at one time. This is also what's known to cause a famous form of radiation called the Cherenkov radiation, which is seen when electrons, as said earlier, pass through water faster than light, and they emit a slight blue glow through the water because of the energy that's released. So we might finally be able to explain a certain thing in the universe that follow these same rules. So fortunately, we don't have to rewrite all of physics because of one small misunderstanding, but at the same time, we're still trying to figure out how all this works in greater detail. Thanks for watching Everything Squared, and tune in tomorrow as usual for another scientifically fantastic video. So until then, I'll see you in the next one.